But first, look at this right here. More than 2 days after a storm tore through several east side suburbs, neighbors still cleaning up that damage.
And a little more than 2,500 people are still without power across Cuyahoga County. News 5's Olivia Fecto live in Cleveland Heights, where people have dealt with everything from roof damage to a garage fire. And man, Olivia, those cars, terrible to see.
We know now that neighbors have spent the weekend calling for help, some of them just to get trees cleaned up and removed, others of them trying to get their roofs fixed. For some of them, getting back to the way things were could take months. Outside Cherie Carey's Cleveland Heights home,
it was built in 1911.
Cleanup is underway. On Friday, Cherie and her husband Brian watched and waited as a storm tore through their neighborhood.
We're always concerned when it rains because there's a lot of big trees and limbs fall down. And then we heard a loud crash, and we were very concerned if maybe a branch came down.
The storm tore a limb from the oak tree outside. It fell through their roof, damaging most of the third floor and letting rain pour inside.
I was just concerned that the ceiling was going to cave in. I was concerned for my daughter's safety. It was kind of devastating.
All over Cleveland Heights, there are signs of the havoc the storm wreaked on homes and yards. At this house, you can see the charred remains of what was a two-story garage. The owner, Lori Nicewonder, sent us these pictures showing what the garage looked like before and what happened Friday night when a live wire fell in the backyard, igniting a fire. Elsewhere in Cleveland Heights, generators sit on street corners, powering intersections as utility workers work to repair power lines and restore electricity to neighbors.
I barely slept. Yeah, we've been going.
Landscaper Aubrey McDaniel, a Cleveland Heights resident, has been busy since the storm hit.
It was ridiculous. Like trees were ripped up from the root. Other trees that actually toppled over and actually taken out the following tree, which knocked everything into the road. So it wasn't just minor damage, it was very major.
In addition to the work he's being paid for, McDaniel says he's also helping out where he can.
There's a branch that's still in the road, it's impeding traffic. We go ahead and we just pull it out. That's what we're all doing with a lot of these tree companies. We're not just here to make a buck and just breeze through. It's these are all people who live around here.
For Cherie Carey, this experience has highlighted the willingness of her neighbors to help out in a time of need.
People are doing things like that. Does anyone need me to come over? I'm okay, but does anyone need help with a chainsaw? Things like that. And that's part of what is the Cleveland Heights spirit. So that's why we love living here.
A lot of people we spoke with today say they've also been talking to their insurance companies over the last couple of days, trying to figure out what of this damage they will get help to fix, get some money from their insurance, and other problems that they are figuring out they might have to pay for on their own. Live in Cleveland Heights, Olivia Fecto, News 5.